Hello everyone, and welcome back to my rusty RP-1 playthrough. Let's see. So, we're going to try to launch this thing again. Hopefully its H1s will not fail me one more time. Soon. You know what? Let's prioritize getting those engines. We don't actually need the electronics. Pretty sure we want the hydrolocks before the J2. How much better is this thing's specific impulse? In its 200,000 pound force config, it has a specific impulse of 424, which is meaningfully better. Oh, test flight icon's hidden again. That's a weird bug. Let's try to do our Commsat again, I guess. Oh look, one of our fire ants will be done soon. Alright, let's try this again. And we'll do a day launch. Let's see if this goes better. All these settings still look fine. Let's cut that back a little bit. Wow, these things might actually make it through the burn this time. Shocking. Seriously kind of expected things to fail. Ignition. Holy smokes, we kind of made it, so far at least. This thing's reliability I'm not concerned about. It's a new config of it, but we already had 8,000 data. It's almost, it's like 5 times more reliable than the H1 even at that level of data. Fairing sap. Coming level. And now we're getting some pitch down. That was weird. Those numbers went crazy during final burn. So I believe what we now want to do is we want to change apogee at apogee to 10,000 kilometers. Oh, that's interesting. Why is that so cheap? I calculated it would be rather more expensive than that. I'm not sure why it's that cheap. What's the maximum I can go to? $20. Ah, that's better. We'll perform that maneuver. Wait a minute. Why is our RCS not RCSing? Oh God, did I do the stupid thing? No. That's correct. That's correct. Why is it not? That's so weird. It's got MMH and NTO, and this is configured for MMH and NTO. Oh, because the RCS hasn't been staged yet. Because it was in the wrong stage. That's a relief. Okay. Oops. Missed it. Okay. So, let's spin up. Let's go up to 180 RPM. Sorry, 180 degrees per second. There we go. Why is our angular velocity decreasing? That's pretty insane. Four minutes. Okay, total burn time 35 seconds. So we should ignite at about 15 seconds, I think. Yeah, we've lost almost half our spin rate, and I have no idea why. All right, let's do this. Come on, hurry up. What the heck happened? Oh, because it went beyond the rated burn time. Because it failed to properly finish its burn. Because it got screwed up. Alright, I'm just going to cheat myself a little extra velocity because that would have been fine except for the fact that there was a bug in the way the thrust curve was working, I guess. Yeah, this thing is going to explode as well because it's going to run to the end of everything. So annoying. All right. Well, we made it, so we're fine. Okay, that's fine. All right, so the vessel is dead now. So let's switch to what the heck? It's Earthworm. That's my lunar plane tester. Oh, it won't let me switch to it. Interesting. All right. Piano Josh, the issue isn't that rated burn time doesn't account for tail off, it's that the thrust curve is time-based and I'd underloaded that thing for propellant. And scatter is broken again. All right, so let's see if we have any more of those delicious, delicious contracts. All right, we can fly the exact same thing. And soon, soon we will be able to afford that. How nice. And we have, how long did we have to do this? 2 years. All right, so now we're down to 23 months. Anyway, meanwhile, let's go get our biome science. 23 months, and from KCT's tech rates, it looked like it would take about a year to unlock the tech we needed. So that should give us time. However, all right, we can get rid of some of this crap. And we can get rid of that. However, once I get back, I have to start some astronauts training on the new capsule. because finally I'm going to play with the Apollo D2. Because the Orca has served us well, but it's not really what we need for sending people to land on the moon, which we plan to do eventually, and it's not really what we need for sending people to space stations. Like, we could use the Orca for that, but why are we not connected? You must be over a dead spot. Yes, we're over a dead spot. Okay. We get science. Not a whole lot of science, but it's science. So, they are, oh, they're still training for a Gemini, Orca mission. So, let's pull them out of that. Oh, no, they were inactive because of their flight. They're inactive because they went to the moon. That's why. They're not in a course. Nobody's in a course right now. So, that's a bug. When does she retire? She retires in less than a year. Bobby Carter retires very soon. So we're going to need to get some more astronauts, I think. We're definitely going to have to. There's no way that, so it's 19, yeah, there's no way that, wait, why is it taking 412 days? Oh, all right, I guess it's not actually taking any longer. All right, so we better start that training like right now. If it's going to take 412 days before people are trained, and then another 100 and something days. Yeah, we really should get the third tier astronaut complex to make that take less time, but we can't afford it. So, yeah, say goodbye to our last two Dolphin veterans. Say hello to if we don't have, So we're looking at engineer, pilot, pilot, scientist. An engineer and a scientist we need. And okay. Huh, she has a comparatively early retirement. How long is Peter Lowe on leave? Until February 7th. So we'll miss a month. So I guess we'll just have to pay some extra money. And have a separate course just for him, which will cost, but I mean, I guess we could just distribute things. So there's 3 in each course. All right, and then oh, you can't set an alarm for when he comes active again. So I guess we'll manually set an alarm for $32 days. All right. Should have started training them a while ago, I guess. But I'd forgotten it took that long. Because when will we get those capsules? Not that many days. So we'll change things around. Except no, because it will take a while to build these things, won't it? Especially with our build rates as low as they are. I hope I didn't lock myself in a corner with this. All right, so once we get... Oh, it's not going to take that long to build the capsule, because the capsule is going to go on top of a regular launch vehicle. It's going to take an awful long time to build the space station. And I think what that means is that we're going to have to do it before we get the engines. So I think we're actually going to have to do it like that. Yeah. And we'll see just how much we can lift on, what's the pad limit? 1,200 tons. I should have gone for the level 7 pad. It's not that much more expensive. $2.5 million more. It is more expensive. Yeah, we'll see what kind of station we can launch on the kind of launch vehicle we have, 1,200 tons. So let's take a quick look and see just what we can do on 1,200 tons. So we're going to do this as a 2-stage launch vehicle. Six meters. Oops. Bearing auto shape. 6 meters. Okay. So how much can we launch right now? Let's see. Probably about that. Would be my guess. And how heavy is that? Oops. Ah, that was a problem. Lol. All right. $20 tons. That's pretty good, really. Like, I'm not sure we actually have to launch a station that's heavier than 20 tons. So I don't think we need to unlock any extra engines. Especially once we unlock the good H1s. And we'll stretch this out a little bit. The other thing we can look at is... but that's a cool 500K. Whose is this? Okay, then whose is this? Oh, it's from Ven. That's why. All right. Do we have any decent strap-ons that we can use? Well, we have caster ones, I guess. So we could just strap a bunch of caster ones on and see what happens. Where is the good one? Oh, actually, I guess we would use these for caster ones. I doubt that they'll make much of a difference. Yeah, they gave us 100 meters per second extra, except that they probably gave us 250 meters per second extra given the higher liftoff thrust to weight ratio. So, not really worth it. One problem I just thought of looking at how this is all working is, man, this is quite a short and fat launch vehicle. It looks almost like Polaris. The launch cost isn't even that bad. The launch cost is in fact cheaper than the flyaway cost. It's only like half again the actual cost, because these engines are so cheap. If we put a space station on there, then it's going to be insane. Even so, it's still 107 days to build, which means when we put the space station on, it'll probably be something like 300 days. So I think we're not going to be able to afford to upgrade R&D. I think we're not going to be able to afford to upgrade R&D, which annoys me greatly, because let's check out some costs. So space station prototypes. The MOL is $550 million. Something's screwed up here. Oh, no, maybe not. All right. Yeah, that's all right. Either in the stuff I pushed or in the stuff PAP converted over, there's some problems. So I'll look at that. But we're looking at yeah. So a good 500K, if not 600K, to have space stations. Then there's another $300K. So we're looking at just shy of $1 billion to unlock the capsules and the space station. so that's not great. Hey, NorCal Planner. Yep, it is indeed station time. So let's look at what other things we can do to make money. So these will arrive fairly quickly, and they will net us a good chunk of change. So I have faith that by the time we're actually ready to build the station, we'll have made enough money from this stuff to afford it. So that makes me rather less worried. There's also the fact that that this is coming up pretty soon, and it'll give us over $1 million, $1 billion, million funds. And that's only a 2-year contract, so I think I probably have to put off taking it. All right, I'm less worried now. Venus in 130 days, and the transit time is, I mean, it's Venus. It can't be that long a transit. Like, by definition, it can be no longer than like 140 days or so, 150 days. All right, so that's about 300 days out. So we'll get a serious chunk of change in about 300 days. In 100 days, we'll get that. So that's 150, 175 days. All right, so even if we don't have enough money, we'll get more money when the Venus thing comes through. So it should be all be fine. So let's go ahead and launch that next Commsat. And see what else we should grab. Like, I guess we can just keep grabbing those contracts. So I'll queue up another one. Oops. I have a feeling I just lost 570 funds, but that's fine. All right. Dawn launch. Oh, except it's going to have the same dang problem with the solids, isn't it? All right, I should be able to solve this problem with HyperEdit. All right. What are the orbital elements required of us? Inclination above 32. Orbital inclination 35. Target apogee. Why did these numbers get all screwy? Don't understand it. That's so weird. All the numbers got screwed up. But anyway, let's go. NorCal Planner, so basically what it does is it makes the part itself have higher launch costs and take longer to build. But it also makes literally everything on the entire craft take longer to build and cost more. It's a 1.5x multiplier to itself, but it's also a 1.5x multiplier to the entire total. So, like if your engine costs 600, it has a 4x multiplier, which takes it to 2400, and then you have human rated, and that increases it up to 3600. And effectively 6x its cost and build points. All multipliers stack. So, for example, a Mercury capsule is re-entry rated and human rated. And I forget if it has any other tags, and those all multiply together. Yep, you're welcome. Yeah, that's why basically if you put a lot of high multiplier stuff together and then slap a capsule on top, then it gets insanely expensive. It's our way of representing the fact that the launch costs for a human mission are way higher than a regular mission because of all the extra support, because also, notionally, you'd have to use a human-rated launch vehicle, but we don't actually have a way of doing that, so instead we just, if you're using it in human purposes, it's effectively human-rated for that time, and then not some other time. Like, example on this, the Titan II was about $9 million a booster, at least in 1964 or whatever. But Titan II GLV was $19 million a booster. And that's not counting all the other support infrastructure for a Gemini launch that wasn't there for just a regular Titan II launch. unfairing step soon, I think. Hey, Pap. You know, Mr. Bond. There we go. Gotcha, Pep. Sounds good. Yeah, I don't... That... I didn't think there was a bug with that. Or maybe... Like, is it a known issue with that? Or are we doing something wrong? Or... Because, like, maybe there's something wrong with how we're invoking it? I don't know. I mean, because clearly it works with the EVA report contract. At least I hope it does. It doesn't. I hope it wouldn't just trigger for any signs. Oops. Okay, just about to insert. Are we at max data on this thing yet? No, almost max data. All right, so change apogee at apogee. Okay. Spin up. Okay. Now, warp to next maneuver. Why is that happening? That's so weird. All right, let's gauge, and then we're gonna have to do this weird thing. where we do that. Then we decouple them. Then we give ourselves back what we want. And then we light this. And then we have to do it again. We added thrust termination ports. Oops, and now we're tumbling, because of course we are. But checking for stability. Okay. Goodbye, little probe. Except it's still here. Confusing. Yep, I'm still having the rotation rate drop. I don't really understand what's going on there. Maybe it's something about the craft design. Don't know. At any rate. All right. So 2 successes there, given the failures from last time. That's pretty good. So I'm just going to see if there's another one of those contracts. Yes, I'll have another one of you. Same launch as last time. Let's verify that they are getting removed from tracking station. Yes, they are, because PAP is great. That is such a good change. No longer cluttering up my orbits. All right. On that happy note, I'm going to bid you all adieu. So see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.